doing? I hope you guys are all doing so well. Anyway, the time is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The time has gone so fast, I cannot believe it. But we are going to move. Let me put this cup of tea down. I have an in-class test. I'm not going to call it an exam to scare myself, but we have a mini class test to test our knowledge very, very soon. This week, in fact. Yeah. So I have been studying the past couple of weeks, but I really need to crack down. So I'm going to get going with that. And for those who don't know, I'm a mature student. I went to university a long time ago, but now I'm back and I'm really happy because that means that I get to learn a new career, and I get to pivot from what I was doing before, which I really am enthusiastic about. Anyway, the test, we need to get going. We need to get locked in and locked on. So I've been revising for about a couple of weeks now, and it's just not going in. It's not going in. So I have made some revision card notes from, I bought these from Sainsbury's. I've got one from Sainsbury's, one from Asda. The Asda one is a little bit thicker. I started off with this one, but I realised I needed more pages, so I went Asda, just on the off chance, and I bought these. So we're going to revise from these, and I'm really trying hard to make sure that I actively know and understand the concepts. I'm really trying hard to be an active learner instead of a passive one, and this means that I need to get going with active recall, and also understanding and learning the concepts and the constructs, and putting them in my own words. So that's the only way, I guess, for me, I can understand and test myself to know that I understand the work. I'm using AI to help me with this process of me learning all this work. So I've been putting my content into AI, and I've been asking it to do a lot of quizzes for me. So that's another way that I'm trying to get all this knowledge in my head and understand it as well. And so yeah, I've been doing that. So we have 4 days until the in-class test. So we're going to finish off polishing up our knowledge, so that I can do well, because I really want to do well. Everyone wants to do well. Those are the people that study. They have a goal. I have a goal and I really want to achieve it. So let's get to going, and let's not forget that tea also as well, because it's going cold. So let's get going with some revision. I must admit that I'm the biggest procrastinator there is at this moment in time. I know I should be studying, but I am so distracted with YouTube. Somebody here in terms of like company. It sounds so bad. So I have YouTube on mute while I'm studying, and it really doesn't affect me at all. What affects me is noise. So not necessarily noise, but I can't revise and say listen to music, say that will throw me off. So I just sometimes have people on that I want to catch up with on YouTube, and then I just put it on mute, and it just seems like someone's there with me. Anyway, I've got my first revision cards that I'm going to go through. Also, I'm going to put up Copilot, which is my AI that I used, and I'm gonna devise some quizzes from there as well. So I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to end my revision with my second lot of revision cards, and then to do more stuff, or to solidify the knowledge that I'm going to learn really well, I am going to use Copilot to pull up some quizzes, some short answer questions and some multiple choice questions for me, so that I can answer them in the best way that I can. I'm really trying hard, and the only thing I can do is to do my best. So let's go, let's revise. Okay, it's a little bit later on in the day. It is about nearly coming up to 8 o'clock in the evening, and I've had dinner, and I really am having a hard time revising. I'm going to be honest. I keep getting distracted. Procrastination is my friend at the moment. I have these revision cards that have been really helpful, but I'm finding one section of revision a little bit hard to get into. I don't know whether or not it's because of the content or I'm just not vibing with it, but I'm finding it hard. I'm going to still try and do a little bit of some Copilot quizzes to help me get on with the end of the day. And then what I'm really excited about once I finish is that I am going to do I'm going to learn how to crochet by doing some crochet. Now, I've looked at some of the crochet tutorials on YouTube, and this is something that I want to try. I mean, previously, in a past life, I loved doing sewing, and I used to make scrunchies, but I never sold them. I still have a few lying around, which I use on a day-to-day basis. But I wanted to see if I could make a crochet scrunchie. I think once I get used to it, I'll be really into it. I've watched one crochet tutorial, and she's made it look really simplistic. Like, her teaching style is really sort of like clear and concise, which I really like. So I'm going to replay that again and then have a go. So I went to Hobbycraft, which is probably kind of like the US version of Hobby Lobby, and I just bought some everyday yarn, a crochet needle, which is 4mm, which works with this, and then some yarn needles, which she said that was really good to use. I've got some scissors. I'm not going to buy any extra scissors. I've got scissors lying around the house like crazy, so I'm going to try and do that. But first, I'm going to use that as a treat. I'm going to see if I can get down at least sort of like an hour and a half of revision. I'm going into uni tomorrow, so I need to make sure that I'm all equipped and I've got my bags packed for tomorrow. And yeah, I've done the pre-reading for tomorrow, so I'm good there. And then yeah, I really want to do well in this test. This test will probably show me how I'm doing and how I am with comprehension, because what I am learning about myself is that I know the content, but to put it in words is just the hardest thing. So I need to work on some sort of learning, some learning methods to help me sort of like comprehend the information. I'm equipped with Cornell Active Learning. I've got AI to help me devise some quizzes that I can test myself with. And I try to speak out loud, and I try to sort of like explain certain terms and theories by explaining it in the simplest terms. But writing it is starting to be quite difficult. I just can't put it in words. But anyway, we're gonna start doing revision because I need to stop procrastinating, and yeah, and then I can treat myself to doing some crochet. So let go. Hi guys, it's Wednesday. It's one day before the exam and I'm feeling rather nervous. I'm feeling nervous because I still haven't grasped the concepts really well. I'm trying my hardest. I'm also still doing some tests, still working with AI, also getting some available help from the university. So I think I'll be fine, but the nerves is still there. Anyway, it's Wednesday. It's really lovely outside. The weather's not always good in London, but we still have to celebrate the sun because we don't see it as often as I'd like, if anything. So I'm thinking of going outside. I'm thinking of maybe doing some revision outside, going somewhere inside London. I'm thinking of going somewhere around London, maybe going to a cafe shop. Who knows? I might just stay at home. Who knows? But I feel like this day is too nice to waste. So let's try that. And I can kill two birds with one stone by going out, enjoying the sun, but also revising and getting ish done. So it is 1 o'clock, I think. It's just gone 1 o'clock. I've still got the rest of the day to study. And yeah, we need to study, really. That's the main thing. So let's see. I might start out here and then maybe go outside, but let's see what the day brings. And yeah. We need to get going. I need to stop procrastinating. I'm terrible with that. So I need to decide what I'm going to do and roll through with it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later.